On last Monday's Shifts and Pucks podcast, we talked about Elias Pettersson. What's going on with him?
Some players are missing passion. Where is Pettersson? Where is Brock Besser?
Like, passion's not the issue with Pettersson.
Well, what is it then?
It's confidence, and that's the and what I'll say is that's the difference between the Flames and Canucks. They both play with passion. They're both playing with a give a shit meter that's high. The Flames are playing with a lot more confidence in the system, a lot more confidence in their skills than the top players that the Canucks are right now.
That's why I was hesitant to use the word swagger, because swagger comes with confidence.
But I guess my point is, okay, my transition is a little bit. Where's Pettersson been? Like, where's his confidence gone? He was a hell of a fucking player.
We're wondering
what has happened? What has happened? And you think under a new coach that things might change a little bit because it changes good sometimes, right? Being uncomfortable is good, but when you have such a skilled talent, not just skill wise, but I'm more talking about his hockey sense. Like the only thing I could think of is that he's kind of lost a bit of passion for this.
I wouldn't say passion. I would say, if anything, killer instinct, maybe. Because it's that first season,
you can't flip a switch. You cannot flip a switch when you're in this. There's very few players who can go from play. Like, he got coached. Like, I was a Travis Green defender, but one thing he did do is he coached the confidence, and he coached the natural instinctive nature that made Petey what he was out of him. And now we're starting to see that come back. It's not passion that's lacking, it's confidence, and that confidence doesn't come back immediately with a coaching change. Doesn't come back immediately when things change, and we've seen spurts ever since Boudreau took over. We've seen spurts from Petey, and including just lately before the All-Star break. And if those spurts can start to see some consistency, that swagger is going to come back. That confidence is going to come back, and what you guys are seeing as lack of passion will come back. The issue is not passion, it's confidence.
And as far as him showing flashes of that sort of stuff, the reason why he hasn't necessarily been able to be consistent is whether it's himself going into COVID protocol, whether it's his line mates going into COVID protocol, or whether it's games being postponed due to COVID. Like, I realize a lot of that COVID being the common denominator, but it's because he hasn't had a chance to basically show consistency, because as soon as he shows these flashes, then there is some obstacle that comes in the way and kind of sets him back to square one again.
So here is something just interesting to build off where Devin is going. I'm just looking at the game logs for Pettersson in terms of ice time. Washington 18-20, Nashville 20-17, Florida 22-29, St. Louis 20-44, Edmonton 22-14, Winnipeg. This is interesting. So we have 4 straight games of 20 minutes or more here. Then Winnipeg 15-52. He got 2 points that game. Calgary 14-53. Chicago 16-22. 1 shot on goal. And then Nashville 16-22 -1. And no points in the last 3 games, which I'm not, whatever with that. But I think I don't know what I don't have the answer. You're probably right. It's confidence, but with that, but I honestly think he's trying. The talent, there's no question the talent is there. I still would put him as one of the more talented players in this league. Like, in terms of pure talent, Pettersson is still up there for me. I really believe that. I would put him in the upper echelon, in the top 10 or 20 of the most talented players in this league. I really would. It's part confidence, but I think it's confidence, and it feels like this is a mental part of his game that he's not able to figure out. I mean, that Washington game, he got 4 shots on goal that he got the 2. Versus the Oilers on the 26th, he had 3 shots on goal. Like, it's almost, it kind of in a weird way, it's not the same, but it's sort of the same. As I'm thinking about it, it's kind of Sean Monahan, and maybe he was hurt. Maybe he's still hurt. Maybe he's still dealing with some sort of injury.
Stop it. Honestly, I'm tired. No, it's confidence. It really is. It is a mental thing, Kevin. You are absolutely right there. But stop. Like it's really confidence with him. You can see when he gets going, he's there again in game. But as soon as he's still trying, he can't seem to break out of this funk right now. And that funk, it came from being coached to be more defensively responsible when he needed to be coached to be the offensive dynamo that we know he can be. And he's just trying to get out of it. That's all it is.
I understand. Okay, let me preface what Kevin's trying to get at, because I think that's what is missing in Sean Monahan's game is confidence. All right, I think that there is a correlation there. Maybe not a lot, but there is a correlation there for sure. But okay, so within that thought process, if it's just confidence, is he doing everything around when he doesn't have the puck correct? Is my question. I don't watch enough Canucks games, but I'm asking you guys, do you see that full round game, or what has made him successful in the past? Those type of things clicking. And I know Sean said that it was it's been in little spurts here and there, but what about his game are you noticing within those spurts that he really needs to connect with?
It's making those, it's having confidence with the puck to make the skilled plays that separates him when he's on his game from everyone else.
When he trusts his instincts and doesn't have to think about it, that's when he's at his best. I feel like he's so much in his own head, especially when he's struggling. He's so much in his own head, and what's the other hockey term? Gripping his stick too tight to actually succeed at his own game, because when he's at his best, he's just playing instinctually and hitting those one-timers or doing those crazy plays that you weren't expecting.
But within those spurts, what specific things? That's very general. I'm asking specific things if you guys can remember. And I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but I'm curious.
It's legit making those plays. It's making the dekes, making smart passes, being confident enough to shoot the puck, even if the puck's not at the pass isn't necessarily perfect or the shot isn't perfect. When he's on, those are the plays he's making, and he's making them like. Go look at how the confidence that Ovechkin plays with. Doesn't matter for one-timers. Doesn't matter where the puck is. He's still ripping it. And back when
he needs to let go of his own thought process as he's about to receive that pass and just shoot it like Ovi does, because I think that's probably the most telltale sign of watching PD's game where you'll see it is when we're on the power play and when he gets a pass and he just receives the pass and then is like, okay, do I have a shot? No. Okay, well, that went away. Do I have a pass? Oh, and then he's basically just sitting there with the puck for a couple of seconds and struggling, as opposed to just having that one-timer shot where it typically would go in for him in past years.
Yeah, and the way I look at it is, it's such when you look at him, he's overthinking. He needs to get back to his instinctual. Like there's nothing his passion is still there. He still has the drive and he's still trying to get better, but he's an overthinker. When he gets back, when he can start getting back to more instinctual plays where he's not overthinking and he's not overskating the puck because of that, he's shooting the puck when he can. Doesn't matter. He's not looking for that perfect shot to make, and that's what's gonna take him back to the level that we know he can be at.
You know, when Devin, you're asking this question, I'm trying to look back into things that, and I don't see. This is what I would like to see more from Pettersson. And Jeff Merrick uses the word angry, and I don't like. I know that we're seeing. I'm not angry, and Pettersson doesn't seem to fit. But hear me out when I'm saying this. When I have noticed that Pettersson is at the top of the game, he is playing it at an angry level. Like it's not like Hulk smash, but he's driving the play to the net. He's in control of the game. Like he is one of those guys that when he's on the ice, the game comes to him. Like you notice him, he almost can take over the presence of the structure or the conscious of the game. And I'm not seeing that right now, not as much. There have been spurts, but I would like to see more drive to the net. And I mean, yes, the one-timer shot, but just is one thing. He needs to get more. Like, I'd like to see. He has a lot of, again, ridiculous when people think about. Just think about this just for a minute. He has a bit of Crosby in him because he's so good with his stick, and he's so quick with his stick that the puck doesn't necessarily need to be with him for a long time for something to happen. He doesn't need to dangle it. He moves it with pace, like the way Carolina I think plays at the top of their game as they move that puck. It moves. That's when Pettersson is at his level, is when he's moving, stick moving, skates moving, head moving, and that's just not happening right now.
And that's because of overthinking. It's not, and it has nothing to do with a lack of passion. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about he's overthinking because he's not confident in his game right now. And when you go back and watch a lot of players coming out of funks, and a lot of teams coming out of funks, they'll have good games here and there, and then they'll start to build confidence because of that, and then they'll go on a run. So right now, I feel like he's in that in-between side of where he was before Bruce Boudreau took over. He's starting to have moments where he looks like the quintessential Elias Pettersson, but he's still not there yet.
You can follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com Shifts and Pucks, or subscribe wherever you get your audio.